Good morning. Just finishing the last couple of preparations off to get ourselves going for this morning's bonus stream at Liverpool Airport. Good morning to you. It's been a while since we visited Liverpool, to be honest. You will find a video or two from this very airport when we just started the channel. And just testing out the new equipment before we started doing our lives was when we came to Liverpool for a look. And so good morning to you. Just load our flight radar 24 up. It looks like they've got a bit of reverse ops going on today, so hopefully that won't affect us too much. It might affect me. Some very different views of some planes today. Will be close up. Liverpool is a quieter airport, but then again, look how busy Manchester is. Only one runway here at Liverpool, and so good morning, Andy. And good morning, Nige. Hope you're well. So yeah, we thought we'd have a trip out, have a look at Liverpool and see what was going on, what's occurring. And so the viewing park here is totally free to access. There's a couple. I was a little bit late arriving because I'd not been to the other side on Bailey's Lane. So I went and had a quick scout and decided that this one on Dungeon Lane was the best one for us this morning. Gets us a lot closer to the runway. So that's what we're going with. So a few people starting to appear now. You do get a lot of people coming over watching their loved ones take off, and who could blame them? It's the same at Manchester as well. And so on average, Liverpool have a flight taking off every 20 to 30 minutes. And so this morning, 7 o'clock is what we would call in our industry the run out. There are a number of flights scheduled to leave at 7. And so as we were setting up, nothing left. First one left at 6:15, I think. And so, like I said, we decided we'd come and have a look. The only downside is there is a building that blocks our way, but other than that, pretty clear views. Just to give you a bit of a recce of the area, if you don't know the area. So you can see Ellesby Hill and Frodsham Hill over in the distance. That's Frodsham Hill. No, it's not. That's a tree. You might be able to see it. The sun is carrying quite well this morning. So Frodsham and Ellesby in the distance. Then you've got the view of the Mersey. Ellesmere Port Boat Museum is just on the other side. On a clear day, you can probably see the bridges as well. Bit of a misty start on the motorway. And because we're right on the river, the signal bounces across it as well, which is always a bonus. Definitely when you are going travelling. Morning, Peter. Hope you're good. And so, yeah, rather than the trip up to Manchester this morning, we've taken a slightly shorter trip to Liverpool Airport. The problem is on a Sunday, there are so many people up there. And so I wanted to give you, my lovely community, the chance to have a look at Liverpool Airport and what it's got to offer. I'm not too bad at all, Peter. Thank you very much. Lovely Sunday morning here in Liverpool. Very calm. And I was the first car in the viewing area this morning. And so, first car, best spot. Well, I wouldn't say best spot. In fact, I'll probably be asked to move it in a bit. But certainly easier for me to access what I needed to. It is calm. Morning, Telly. So Peter says it's foggy with a little snow in Poland. Telly's checking in from New Zealand. Good to see you, my friend. And so the thing about Liverpool Airport is the terminal buildings are right down there behind the trees. And so slightly different setup around here. But you do get some absolutely fantastic close-up views. If the wind's blowing in the right direction. It's a good test of my camera skills today, that's for sure. Not what I expected today, if I'm completely honest. They are taking off. It's reverse ops. They normally take off the other way. Not complaining, not at all. It just means that they're possibly going to be rotating. And so just let me know if those settings are okay, folks. I haven't adjusted the ISO settings since last night. Joined us last night. We were at Manchester for an evening stream. Got there about 2:30. And it was absolutely awesome, that sunset last night. And so, yeah, Liverpool Airport was also given the name John Lennon. Obviously, very, very famous gentleman in these parts. Hopefully those settings are looking all right for you. If they're not, please give me a yell and I'll slide the slider across a bit and try and make it a bit better for you. Yes, very famous man in these parts, as are the other Beatles as well. Lovely thing about this airport, if you go inside, they have a baby grand piano playing Beatles songs. Very, very nice. And so good to have one of our mods on this morning, Andy, and another of our mods. We've got our telly as well. So thanks for joining, guys. It's really great to see you. I don't see you two enough as I'd like. Andy, of course, in Hull, in the UK, and telly in New Zealand. And so it's 6 o'clock in the evening where you are now, isn't it, Telly? Tea time. Can see a little bit of movement in the terminal. Looks like there is an EasyJet flight. It's an A320neo that will be on its way to Amsterdam imminently. although that looks quite behind. You look on flight radar, there's a plane. And if you look on the airfield, there's no plane. Which is quite funny, to be honest. Quite funny indeed. Another 2 EasyJet flights are pinging, one of which is going to the Isle of Man. The other one, Palma de Mallorca. You see some old familiar shaped planes and some new ones here as well. They're like an A320neo here. And of course, you see an A319 as well, which would be nice. And so, good morning to you. I hope your Sunday is going well so far. Slightly earlier than normal we are today. I know that. Coming into the summer, what more could you want? And so I think this is the one that's going to Amsterdam. I think that's a bit clearer. What happened? Oh. It's gone. There it is. Small technical internet glitch then, by the look of it. I'm not quite sure what happened then. It seemed to freeze. New place, new problems. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Just going to see if I can tweak that picture a bit. Because it looks a bit... that picture look all right to you, folks? Does it look too dark or does it look all right? And so I think Julie will be in the recovery suite after her sherries yesterday. Might be a bit early for her as yet. All good, thanks, Nige. All good. And so I guess we wait for the next departure, which should be, it's just on its way out of the apron and onto the taxiway. Just out of sight at the moment. We should be able to see that in a couple of seconds. Just waiting ever so patiently. Good morning if you've just joined us. We are having a look at Liverpool Airport this morning. We do hope to travel to a couple of different airports during 2025. Myrtle Avenue is most definitely on the list. That's Heathrow Airport. So I'll let you know when that's going to come up. Also, wouldn't mind having a look at Birmingham and East Midlands as well. And might shoot up to Leeds, and I believe Blackpool has got a keen following as well. So maybe we'll even get to Blackpool. Be nice, won't it? You can see ground cars leading the aircraft out. Good morning, HGC. I hope you're well. Another EasyJet. Lots of EasyJets. We also see some different airlines here, which is quite nice. Not just your Common Garden, I think some would say. You know, not just your EasyJet, your Aer Lingus and your Ryanair, but you see Wizz Air as well. Jet2 also fly from this airport. And so, but unfortunately, no heavies. Quite a number of military planes and private planes use this airport as well, which is good. Into the morning sunshine, lovely. Looks like it's going to be another lovely day today. Lovely spring day, and to be fair, we could do with a few. So yeah, basically, if you look at the map, I am on. Can you see Hale Road, Telly, on the map? So if you sort of Hale Road goes past the airport. There's a large housing estate on one side of Hale Road, and on the other side of Hale Road is the airport. And if you go down Hale Road, you'll see a road, a side road called Dungeon Lane, and it's literally just there's some businesses here, you know, flying school here and what have you, and in the empty sort of space, scrubland between Dungeon Lane and the businesses, they've opened it up and you can come and view the planes. I'll just give a quick scout round for you so that you can see. You've got Raven Air over there, and a couple of other buildings there. So you get quite a lot of flying lessons happen from here, you know, just like Chester as well, to be honest. But you also get military planes here. The Red Arrows fly into this airport. They're not due today, and when they are due, blimey O'Reilly, you can't move. We're all parked on top of each other. But yep, the Red Arrows fly into this airport. More so now since Harden Airport at Chester, the runway was changed. The end of the runway was changed for the new Beluga, which meant that they wouldn't be able to. I think it was they couldn't house them all anymore for that reason. So it's normally Liverpool they fly into now when they're close to us. You know, doing Real Air Show and places like that. They normally base themselves here instead. which is a shame because they used to fly over my house. Used to be able to watch them in formation coming into land. Somebody's in a rush. Running late, obviously. Must be a pilot going that speed. Oh dear. Good morning, MJB2608 and Michael Maguire. Good morning. Hope you're good. We're just at Liverpool Airport this morning, waiting for some planes. The reason I chose 7 o'clock was because there was half a dozen planes that were scheduled to leave at 7 o'clock, and I thought, right, well, that'll give us a good starting point because although Liverpool was voted the best airport in the UK, it's also not as big as Manchester. So that means there's not as many flights taken off. I mean, don't forget, Manchester's got 3 terminals and then obviously the runway space in the airfield as well. And so you get a lot more passengers, travellers going through Manchester because obviously the bigger aircraft are there as well, which do longer haul. And so at Liverpool, they fly to Europe. You'll see airlines, operators such as Aer Lingus, EasyJet, Jet2, Ryanair, Wizz Air come over as well. I'm sure I've seen a Buzz here as well, thinking about it. So, you know, they do get their fair share of liveries and fair share. It's just that we don't get any of the big boys here at Liverpool because it's just not big enough. But even still, it kind of deals with that fix of jet fuel you need on a Sunday. And so looking at the schedule this week for me, it looks like I've got an early finish on Tuesday. And so I would be planning to do a stream on Tuesday afternoon, hopefully. That will be back at Manchester, of course. Chuck all my stuff in the car and go straight after work, I think, for that one. But yeah, this airport, going back to the types of planes they see there, obviously they see the red arrows, see them a couple of times a year. Then you have other military aircraft that comes in either for the air shows or for other reasons. You have some football teams fly into here rather than flying into Manchester, so they can sort of arrive in it. Well, Liverpool is only sort of half an hour up the road, if even that. Only half an hour or so from Manchester. So it's only 35 minutes for me. It's just as easy for me to come here as it is to go to Manchester. You also get royalty. Prime Minister flew into here not so long back as well. He was in Liverpool a couple of weeks back. The King flew into here when he visited Liverpool, as did William, I believe. And so, yeah, it's quite a popular little airport. They do get you sorted quite quickly. Flown through Liverpool once or twice myself. And so we're just waiting patiently now for the next departure, or at least an arrival, please. I can see a couple of planes pinging, you'll be glad to hear. So we've got Jet2 will be travelling to Alicante. Ryanair will be going to Dublin, of course. And EasyJet will be going to the Isle of Man. just going to have a quick look at the arrivals and departures because it is quietish, isn't it? Time are we on now? 7:30. So your next arrival at the airport is at 8:30. That's an Aer Lingus from Dublin, and it's only scheduled as well, bizarrely. The last arrival was at 7:15. I saw that one land, it came right up here as well. Going back to the departures for you this morning. So your departures look like this. Okay, so we've got Jet 2 to Alicante should have taken off at 7:15. Now estimated at 7:25. EasyJet to the Isle of Man, due to go at 7:15, and it's still 7:15. Well, flight radar said it's still sat over there on the apron. And the Ryanair to Dublin was due to go at 7:30, but it looks like everyone's there and boarded, and they are estimated at 19 minutes past 7. And then the next departure after that is 8:15, and that's Ryanair going to Faro, a land far away. Check over your tripod, as you do. And so we'll be looking at finishing off maybe about 9:30 this morning. And so see Jet 2 coming into the picture down there. So normally when they take off in the other direction, they come right up here and they taxi round, and then the piano keys are just ahead of us. So quite disappointed that they're on reverse ops this morning, but that gives us a very, very different view. Into the sun. Wow, God. You'd almost wish for the sun to be not quite so bright. And so I don't know if Sunday should be our road trip day, or Ryanair still in the apron, and operated by Malta Air, but sadly, it's looking like that's just a standard Ryanair livery. Be nice if we could see the red, grey, and white colours of the Malta Air tail that we see at Manchester, but looks like that unfortunately won't happen today. If you like taking stills, then please do take stills of the aircraft that we see today. And if you want to, you can send them to me at beckyslive@outlook.com, and I'll use it as a future thumbnail. We got some lovely ones last night at Manchester. Absolutely stunning pictures. I'm going to upload a few of those onto the community page. That's called posts now, isn't it? I'm going to, yes, upload a few of those onto the community page so that you can see. There's a few of the viewers sent me some absolutely cracking stills of that sunset last night. Well, no, I mean, yeah, maybe. No, I don't think so. There's a couple of the viewers that have said to me, "Why don't you have a look at Liverpool?" And I know that there's only two streamers at Liverpool. One is Plain Spotting Mike, and the other is Living It Large Aviation. Can't see a thing because of the sun now. Blind. Hoping to go past it. No, it's not going to let me. I was hoping to go past it. Sorry if I blinded you there for a sec, folks. I thought, well, if I go past it, it might allow me to. Yeah, there's a couple more cars here now. Come to watch the planes. Just nice to sit and chill out and watch them, isn't it? That was the one on to the Isle of Man. It was indeed. And so we've got a little bit of a break now. Where was I? Yes, a couple of viewers were asking me to go to Liverpool. And I did wonder if there was enough going on for you at Liverpool. And so I know some days can be very quiet, and Sunday would be one of those days, to tell you the truth. I know the other channels, one doesn't stream live very often, and the other one streams twice a week. And so, again, heavily revolved around what rotas at work and stuff. So it's just nice to have a different view and see a different place, and see the layout of the airport, even, and the airfield. It's a very, very different setup here than Manchester, isn't it? Very different. So I'll just walk you through. But normally what you'd expect to see here is the planes would be taxiing up around this part here. I'll just lower the camera a little smidge. Up this part here and round. There's like a turning circle at the top. And so around this part here. And then, of course, the piano keys are over there. So Ryanair, this one, I think. You can see it in the sunshine. They should be rotating about now, and they are. And then gone in the sunlight. So they're normally pretty good, the marshals and ground staff here. They normally give us a wave. Pilots are good for giving us a wave as well if they're taking off in the correct direction. I know there's some of my footage from when I first started. There's some from an EasyJet plane that I got, and I was so proud of that footage. I still am quite proud. And so at present, if you want an international flight, then Manchester is probably your nearest airport. But if you want to go locally to Europe, then Liverpool would be a good place to travel through as well. I believe they've got a number of facilities now in the terminal, which is all good. Let's have a look through the scheduling. I mean, the good thing about Liverpool is that they could probably expand quite a lot if they wanted to. They've only got neighbours on one side of the airport. The other side is obviously the River Mersey, or the Mersey estuary. And so I don't think they get many complaints in terms of more flights. Do you know what? I've just seen the windsock. This is how calm it is up here. I'll show you this, folks. The windsock, it's just that's the windsock. That's how calm it is here. Really, really calm. There's not just the slightest breeze. Definitely does look like a sock. It's not as is it wrong to say erect at this time in the morning? Possibly. Don't know. But you know what I mean, don't you? Normally it's blowing a hoolie, isn't it? We've got a bit of a runway inspection going on there. Could we have a change of operations? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So yeah, he's just driving over now to where the piano keys are. Thank you for demonstrating that. He's just going to turn around now by the look of it. Oh, he's going to check. There he is, he's turning around. I say over that way, where all the markers are, is where Bailey's Lane is as well. Yeah, no, he's going down there. We'll follow him, see where he's going. You never know, we could get lucky today. They might, just might, change the direction. And if they do, you're going to be in for some awesome footage because it's as close as the airport pub is, if not maybe a little bit closer to the runway. The fences are as high, but the mound that we're standing on lifts us above those fences, and so you feel like you could almost touch the aircraft. So you know, when the conditions are right, when they are, you know, sort of departing and arriving from this side of the airport, you get some really, really cracking footage. You really do. Just, I want to knock that building down. Do you? So, good morning, Marnik. Hope you're well. Get carried away in all the goings on. And so, yeah, it very much looks like they're having a nosy. I'm not fully versed with how their operations work here as with Manchester. So if anybody does have access to that information, it'd be great for you to share it if you wouldn't mind. And so I believe there's another viewing area, not just over there on Bailey's Lane, but I believe one of the best viewing areas, it's actually at Speak Hall. And you unfortunately have to be a National Trust member to go in the ground, even the grounds of Speak Hall. But it is something that I've considered should we need to visit. There are a few more people coming to have a look. You get quite a steady flow of traffic coming through here all day, visiting the businesses and visiting the viewing park as well. So it's a shame they haven't got a multi-storey, because I wouldn't mind going in that and seeing if we can get some more. I think any car parks within the airport could be quite expensive, whereas at Manchester they have got quite a reasonably priced multi-storey that you can get on top of, I believe. So yeah, there is no wind. Wind is from a direction of 30 degrees with a speed of 4 knots. Thanks a lot, Telly. It is, to be fair, considering we're on the river, it's actually really, really calm here this morning. The weather can change quite quickly, and it has changed quite quickly as well while I've been here. One of the occasions, 1 minute it was beautiful, and the next minute it was hammering down. So you pack for all eventualities when you come to Liverpool. And so yeah, the Bailey's Lane, I'll just turn the camera around to show you. Bailey's Lane is just over here. Bailey's Lane's just over there, so it's a bit further down the road. You probably see that on your map as well, Telly. Bailey's Lane's just over there as we stand. Initially, that's where I was going for, but I'm glad I chose not to set up there now, because we wouldn't have seen very much, to tell you the truth. Obviously, you know that the airport follows the lay of the land, and they try not to disturb that too much. So if there's some hills and stuff like that, then that's what we see. But yeah, it's very, very different than Manchester. Good morning, Grant, and good morning, Donny. Great to have you on board. And so we're just waiting patiently. It's what time is it now? 7:49. Just have a look on flight radar. Nothing is pinging at present. And our next arrival from Dublin should be arriving at 8:30. That's now estimated at 8:23. Ryanair, scheduled to land at 8:45, is now looking to be arriving at 8:29. So that's a bonus. Just having a look to see if there's nothing else before that. Okay, so for your departures. So the 8 a.m. Ryanair flight to Faro, a land far away, is now estimated that it will leave at 8:15. The Jet2 flight to Tenerife, due to go at 8 o'clock. Fingers and toes crossed. Looks like it's estimated to leave at 8 o'clock. And the flight to Dublin by Aer Lingus is estimated so far at leaving at 9 o'clock at its scheduled time. So a few more. Oh my God. Sorry, folks. Keep falling over my feet this morning. So welcome. It's great to have you along, folks, for this lovely Sunday morning at Liverpool Airport. And so we're just having a look. Got my big boots on today, haven't I? My hobnail boots on because I thought it was going to be cold. And so I keep scuffing. So yeah, it looks like another drive around the runway is happening. Waiting patiently. They'll be going to check the crash gates and stuff. Securing the perimeter. And so I don't like to follow them around too much because obviously they've got a job to do. And it's not just that. We're here to watch the planes, aren't we? Although it's interesting to know the work that goes on behind the scenes at the airport. One of the main reasons that I like watching planes is because you can't see the people within the planes. All you're looking at is the planes. So you can, feel that you can record things and what have you without upsetting too many people. Whereas if you go to other forms of transport, like a bus, well, I can record a bus, but I can also record 70 passengers if the bus is full. And so that's one of the reasons that I came away from the other modes of transport and decided to stick with planes. I also enjoy watching planes a lot more, I work with buses, and buses can get a bit too much, and so I never get tired of watching planes go. Never. So yeah, he's just gone over and he's just checked the Bailey's Lane gate as well. He's checked the Dungeon Lane gate, and he'll tootle off back down again. And so yeah, it is a bit of ground ops watch. just while we wait and see about the next flight. The next flight should be in about 6 minutes, but at present, can't see anything pinging on flight radar, which is... Peter says he'll be right back in a minute. So yeah, it's lovely. I don't want to complain about the sun, but it's lovely. It really is. So I noticed recently that Liverpool Airport were recruiting air traffic controllers, and the right person they were willing to teach to do the job as well. Do you know, I read a statistic there that apparently 99% of people that apply for an air traffic controller's job fail. You think to yourself, blimey, wow. And so it must be a really difficult job to recruit for. And then I thought to myself, well, you know, could I be an air traffic controller? Probably not. The salary that you start on as an air traffic controller, it gets better as you get more experienced. So a trainee, and this was the kicker for me to not apply for it, if I'm honest, because I would have loved to have done something like that. Not saying I would have got through, but the kicker for me was the fact that they, to teach you, they were only paying 27 grand, I think it was, and I'm on a bit more than that. So quite a low wage for a really, really important job, isn't it? And I have to ask myself, I wonder how many applications they'll get off the back of that. So most definitely, yeah, having a runway inspection. I don't think it's all about the perimeters. I also don't think they're too fussed about me. They'll be used to seeing people spotting and filming and stuff. So yeah. Getting out and having a look. A couple of planes pinging now, you'll be glad to hear. Ryanair and Jet2 are both just popped up on flight radar. And so scoot back over. I wonder if there's something on the runway. He's jumped out and he's walking down. See him walking down there. You don't get this at Manchester. They don't get out of the van that often, do they? And so he's inspecting something, isn't he? Don't understand why he'd park his van there and walk all the way down. I'd be parking my van where he was standing, wouldn't you? Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to walk all the way back now. Unless it's one of those. You ever see that if you're in the bus station, your security guard, and he'll go up to a barcode and scan it and then walk off. And you think, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I think there's a road that goes all the way down past this airport. Is it called Oakley Drive or something like that? And so I might go and have a look when we finish today and see if there's a handier spec for us to stand at. Definitely checking something. The Jet 2 is not pinging anymore. Aer Lingus, however, Dublin to Prague, was going over the top of us. No, there isn't very much on flight radar at the moment, Hazel. Good morning, by the way. It's a much quieter airport than Manchester is. And so it's not an airport that I'd come to a lot. I just wanted to come over and have a look. And there's a couple of our viewers that wanted a Liverpool stream, and so it seemed like this morning was a good day to do it. So Ryanair still pinging. Bonus. This is the Faro plane. I think he's checking lights, isn't he? He is. He's checking the lights on the runway to make sure they're working. So it looks like he's got like a tool that he's sticking into these lights. Like I said, I don't want to get too close because, the guy's doing his job. But it looks like, obviously, if I take a footage off him, I don't want to do it close up because that's invading his privacy. Whereas if we stay at a nice enough distance away, he can say, well, that's me, but we can't see it's his face. But yeah, they definitely looks like he was making adjustment to the lights. Oh, that explains why he was having a walk. Jet 2's come back up again. Bonus. And it's also moving as well by the look of it. Yeah, it is. So Liverpool to Tenerife for Jet 2. And Liverpool to Faro Way for Ryanair. Now, can you see how the lights have changed? They've gone off, haven't they? We've got a strong red light. If you can see that, we've got a strong red light that goes across the runway. And so, yeah, all those lights, he's turned them off. Yeah, he's turned the runway lights off. Well, I thought they'd just flick a switch. I didn't think they'd have to use a tool, did you? You see these red lights go off in a minute, I think. If we can get in a bit closer so you can see them. With the angle of the sun, you might not see them. You see the red lights now, can't you? So yeah, these. We'll go back and have a look at that in a minute. First of all, let's go and watch some planes, like for a second. Jet 2. Jetting off. Wow, look at that. Can't see that sunlight. Sunlight's really strong here. So yeah, those lights are still on. The Ryanair down there as well now. Oh. It's just nice to see another side of what they do. It's not all about planes taking off and what have you. It's the safety and reassurance that goes on behind the scenes as well. And it's a different offering to what Manchester gives you, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen a man with a stick adjusting runway lights at Manchester. And we're that close to him, we can hear his radio. Let's have a look at the departure board and see what's going on. Just 8:10. Looks like we've got a couple of arrivals that are due to come in. Next departure is looking like 9 o'clock. It is, yeah. Dublin at 9 o'clock. And Get the arrival. Arrivals. Next arrival from Dublin, 8:25. So just got about 15 minutes there to wait. You find a lot of taxi drivers and, you know, people waiting to pick people up at the airport will come down this bit as well. He's done that bit. It's like, looks like something I'd use for weeding the garden, that. He's going to trot back to his vehicle now by the look of it. Just keeping an eye on the Dublin flights by Aer Lingus. It's an ATR 72-600 that's coming in. Scheduled arrival is 8:30. However, it's going to come in early. See if we can see it on the map yet. So yeah, Virgin Atlantic going over and going to Manchester. Ryanair, you can see, going between Birmingham BHX and Dublin. This little Ryanair just coming off the coast of the Wirral Peninsula is Belfast to Manchester. Just having a little nosy to see if I can see Cork to Manchester, Aer Lingus Dublin to London, Virgin Atlantic going over my house by the look of it now, New York to London. Where's that Aer Lingus plane? There it is. So Aer Lingus EAI39VP is an ATR 72-600, and we are clocking it at the moment. It's over the Irish Sea at the moment. Is it Liverpool Bay there? It is Liverpool Bay there. I wasn't sure. Over Liverpool Bay, and just approaching the Wirral Peninsula. Fly over West Kirby and Bebington, and make its way over to us here at Liverpool. And so the direction it's going to come from, I'll spin you around, it'll come over that way. So Bebington and the Wirral is what you can see the other side of the Mersey. See Stanlow over there. Well, hopefully you can see Stanlow. The sunlight hitting it. And it says that it's due to arrive in about 8 minutes. And so we know that the ground team at Liverpool have been out and adjusted the lights on the runway. And so just trying to see the flight path of this plane as to which direction it's going to come in. I'm just hoping that it's going to come in the opposite way. There's an Air Transat going over Manchester, Toronto. I love that livery. And so at present, they're travelling at an altitude of 4,000 feet. And they're operated by Emerald Airlines. I wonder if they will come in that way. We will find out in 5 minutes' time which direction they will be arriving in. And so as we look with our camera now, we're in Speak, the Speak area of Liverpool at Liverpool Airport. We are looking towards the city of Liverpool, and so it'd be interesting to see if they are going to about turn over Runcorn and Warrington, or whether they're going to fly directly to us. If they fly directly to us, they will land in the direction the camera is pointing. If they fly Warrington, Runcorn, I'll turn the camera around and they'll fly from the sunlight direction and land on the airport in front of us. Hello, Ant's Aviation. How you doing, Ant? All right? We took a short trip to Liverpool this morning, mate, just to have a look and see what's going on. So thanks for all the likes, by the way, so far this morning. I know it's an early morning Liverpool stream. I don't normally stream from here. I normally go to Manchester. We have had discussions in previous weeks that maybe Liverpool might be worth a go, you know, occasionally. And so I thought, you know what? No time like the present, mate. Let's go and have a look. And so Peter likes an ATR. Well, our next arrival at Liverpool will satisfy your passion for ATR. And so these are ATR 72600s. I've seen them land at Chester as well, at Horden Airport. You can do flying lessons at Horden Airport. And they carry out maintenance. Might be a maintenance place here, actually, not just a flying school. And so, but they haven't got one of those diners. They've got Chocks Away Diner at Broughton, which is very nice. Slurping my coffee. Arriving in 2 minutes. I'll get the camera at the ready. And so they are just over the River Mersey now. Just scanning to see if I can see. Ah, is that them there? It might be. You might not be able to see this, folks, until we get a bit closer. I can most definitely hear them coming. No, they're just flying over, surely. Trying not to look too much at the sun because it means I can't see. Ah, there they are. I thought they'd be over there. In the direction expected. Are they going to stop right behind that building? They are, aren't they? Unbelievable. ATR 72-600 Aer Lingus Regional. That sun is so bright. So bright. Morning, Mark. I hope you're well. We are at Liverpool this morning, Mark. Some very, very beautiful sunshine this morning. Just put my shades on. Probably still won't be able to see. There is not a cloud in the sky. Do you know that? It's absolutely stunning. You could be easily fooled into thinking that you were somewhere else other than in the UK this morning. There's absolutely stunning blue sky, the clearest. Well, say clearest, it's slightly hazy. We had a bit of fog this morning. But even still, And so hoping to be streaming at Manchester again on Tuesday. Likely there'll be a 3 o'clock start. Maybe 3:30 start for a couple of hours. And take advantage of the early finish I've got on Tuesday. So a bit of an evening stream for you. And then I think I'm off on Friday next week. I can't remember the last time I had a Friday off. Bizarre. Not complaining at all. So we might get up early and do Friday. I don't know what you think about that. Like anything, we'll see what's going on, what's occurring, and go from there. And so if you are free on Tuesday, or indeed on Friday, it'd be great to see you. So Aer Lingus has reached the terminal now and is disembarking and getting ready to change around. So the next flight due, it's actually due in a couple of minutes, you know. Originally scheduled for 9:15, looking like they're coming at past. Let's see if we can see them on that. See Air Canada. They're there. They are on approach. And so they are just coming over Bromborough and towards Easton. And it says they'll be arriving in 0 minutes. Can we get a glimpse? There they are, I think. There it is. Quite difficult to see. Apologies, folks. Wishing them to have a long taxi for you. Go on, have a long taxi. Just a little taster of how close you can get to them. That's not even as close as they do get. They come a lot closer than that. Morning, Tanya. Teddy's having breakfast, was that? Thanks for all the likes this morning, by the way. It's really appreciated. I know this is an unusual place for us to be on a Sunday. But yeah, it's not our usual place. Morning, Canal Kurdistan. Road trip today, yeah. We've done a road trip for our bonus stream this morning. Road trip to Liverpool Airport, or should I say Liverpool John Lennon Airport. And so thought it'd make a nice change to have a look and see how another airport works and runs. This one much quieter than Manchester, though. You do see your usual suspects like Ryanair, Aer Lingus, Jet2. You also get lovely ones like Wizz Air coming in, and Buzz as well. And so we did think we'd have a look. Wizz have got a lovely special livery that I did catch, but the footage was absolutely garbage. So I shelved it. And so hopefully I'll be able to get that again for you soon. Just having a look. Lots. Oh, that's interesting. So just having a look on Flight Radar now, and there's a Ryanair flight from Cork to Manchester. And if you click on this flight, I don't know what's going on. The registration is Echo India Delta Whiskey Oscar, making some lovely holding patterns there. I'm not sure if something's going on at Manchester or even if there's something going on there, but most definitely something not right. They seem to be holding just over us. They are, I can see them. They are holding just over us. That's the one that I turned around before and I tried to turn the camera because I thought it was the Ryanair flight that was coming into Liverpool, and it's not. It's literally, it's 5,000 feet, just under 5,000 feet, and it's holding over us at the moment. Yeah, it's most definitely that one. It's holding over us at the moment. It's done a figure of 8. It's done a loop the loop. So whether it's early, quite bizarre. Quite bizarre. It's going out over Frodsham and the Cheshire Plain now. So just having a look. Rather large queue at Manchester to take off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 7, 8 planes in the queue. Another one joining it. KLM on the way in. And looks like are they out of the holding position now? Possibly out of the holding position, just going over Delamere Forest. And so maybe they'll make that turn towards Northwich and Knutsford to land. But yeah, I thought that plane was coming here because it's flown over us twice. No, they've gone now, haven't they? That's an interesting one. Over Wrexham, cargo looks. Dallas to Luxembourg. And so, yeah, there's also, just looking at the map, the Orlando to Manchester Aer Lingus flight is also in a holding pattern. And so whether they're early, what time is it? They might be early. Delta going over Atlanta to Amsterdam. Be nice to see a Delta, wouldn't it, at Manchester? Hello, Bobby. Hope you're good. We've taken a short trip to Liverpool today for a run out over the Mersey Gateway Bridge. And so, yeah, Aer Lingus are going round again over St Helens. Have a look and see what's coming into us. And so we've got an NHV helicopter out over the Irish Sea. Morning. Quite busy airspace above us this morning. Quite busy. So yeah, the next arrival will be from Belfast for this airport. Due at 9:10, and it's looking very much like we're going to arrive at 1:29. That's an A320, just a bog standard A320, not a Neo or anything. And our next departure will be at 9:10. Allegedly, yeah, 9 o'clock. It might pull forward a little bit, mightn't it? It's an Aer Lingus flight. It's the ATR 72-600 we saw come in before. Quick turnaround for them and back to Dublin. On I just noticed a bit further down the departures. EasyJet flies to Geneva from here. That's a new route, isn't it? And so Hazel's just asked, thanks for the question, Hazel. Hazel's just asked, what time am I streaming till this morning? So I was going to do till about 9:30 this morning. But we can push it through till 10 o'clock if you want. And so I know it was an early start for us this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day, you know. So yeah, maybe we'll start a poll. So initially, yeah, you have an idea of when you are going to start packing up. It takes about half an hour to pack everything away. The beauty I've got at this airport is that my car is parked right down below me. So I've only got to literally a few steps and then put the stuff in my car this morning. Whereas when you go to Manchester, you've got a huge big mound and then a hill to walk down and a gate to climb over and this, that and the other. And so it takes me from ending the stream to the car about 40 minutes after we finish, which can be quite fumbly when it's dark. And so it can be quite fumbly. Not that I'm complaining at all, because it's there's no better place to be. It's lovely. Get some lovely fresh air. Yes, okay, there's jet fuel in it. Doesn't matter. It's still fresh air. We're still outside, aren't we? Still counts. And it's just nice to get out and about. And do you know what? I get quite naughty if I can't do it now. I'm sure Tanya would vouch for that as well. I do. I get quite naughty when I can't do it now. Like, what do you mean I've got to do this? I just enjoy it. What can I say? Start demanding days off. I want a day off. I don't really. Well, maybe a bit. I just find it so relaxing. So relaxing. Hear the birds tweeting, various different noises, and people scooting around and milling and doing whatever it is that they need to do. And yeah, you sort of get somewhere and it feels very sleepy. And you're gradually watching everyone arrive and everywhere wake up. And it's just nice. It's just a very, very calm and relaxing start to the day. It's mega, it is, really is. And so with having an early start this morning, I banged my head on the pillow 4 times before I had to get back up. And the stream last night was brilliant. I don't know if you joined us last night or not. But if you've got a couple of hours spare, that sunset, mate, that sunset was incredible. It really was. We got some really awesome footage. We got some really fantastic stills that were sent in as well. Really, really lovely it was. Sunset, not even, we did an evening stream a couple of weeks back, and the sunset then wasn't even as brilliant as it was last night. Totally amazing, and such a pleasure and a privilege to be able to bring that to you as well. Is it really? The ATR is a joint venture between Airbus and Leonardo, not DiCaprio, Telly. You know, the actor. It's not his plane as well, is it? And he's like, shut up, will ya? We amuse ourselves, don't we, mate? We do. We amuse ourselves. I can hear the vibration of an engine and flashy lights, and so it looks very much like the flying school are going to be coming out to play as well shortly. And so there are a couple of planes in the hangar. Of course, Raven Air Flight School is just to our right. So we've seen a few people dash in and dash back out. Designed by Leonardo da Vinci. Blimey. Although, to be fair, he was quite a visionary, that man, wasn't he? Some of the thoughts and ideas he had, and some of the pictures, that you see of his work, that were on. I've seen him in documentaries and stuff like that. Really, really awesome mind. So yeah, one of the marshals has just come out. We've don't know where they're going. They're just not stopping here. So yeah, there is definitely an aeroplane engine noise happening over here. I'll just show you Raven Air. And so there is a flashy light. Can you see the flashy light? And so you do get all manner of aircraft coming in here, and seen helicopters coming here as well, actually. Last time I come, so we'll keep our eye on this Raven Air flight school this morning as well. Beautiful morning, honestly, beautiful morning. I can't believe there's not more people here on a morning like this. Absolutely lovely. Just could do with a couple of clouds to give us a bit of shelter from that sun. I know it's spring and it's been missing. It's been missing for that long. I was going to report it to the police, but it does not have a bloody shot. Just checking the arrivals to see what time. Oh, so the arrival of the EasyJet Belfast flight looks like it's even earlier, so scheduled to arrive at 9:10, and now it's looking like 2 minutes to 9. That's all right. Not long to wait now for our next arrival. And then not forgetting that if the flight school are in operation, you will see those leave as well and return, hopefully. Unless they're flying to a different airport, of course. So Hazel is telling a tale of her first flight, and the airline kindly agreed that as it was their first flight, that they could go and meet the captain and first officer at the flight deck. And I remember we went to Tunisia for Tanya's 40th birthday, and it wasn't our first time flying, it was Ivy May's first time flying. Although the first time she had in a plane was on Concorde, the lucky wee devil she is. We flew to Enfida from Manchester in September, and I just happened to mention it was our first family holiday abroad, and they asked us to wait at the end, and when we got there we went into the flight deck and met the captain and first officer, and Ivy May got to sit in the first officer's seat as well, so she was really excited by that. And a bit gutted that they didn't do it on the way home as well, but hey ho. We got lots of photos, didn't we? Good morning, Julie. How's your head? Hope you've not had too many shandy basses yesterday that's give you a naughty headache. No, you're a bit more refined than shandy bass. It's sherry, isn't it, Julie? I can't touch a drop these days, do you know that? Sniff of the barman's apron and I've got hangover for 3 days nowadays. Terrible. So Mark says his first ever flight was to Auckland in New Zealand from Heathrow when he was 11. I bet that was some flight, wasn't it, mate? I bet that was most definitely some flight. That, wow. I know my first flight was to Malta. So my auntie is Maltese. My dad's brother was married to my auntie. Sadly, my dad and my uncle are no longer with us. But my auntie still lives in Malta, bless her. And my first foreign holiday or overseas holiday and my first flight was to Malta. Um, and I remember being absolutely terrified. And my mum just saying, it's like getting on a bus. How can it be like getting on a bus? It goes in the sky. But you know what? I was panicking over nothing, to tell you the truth. Panicking over nothing. Because it kind of is like getting on a big bus that goes in the sky. Specially trained bus drivers, aren't they? And so we've got some action coming out. Looks like we've got a little private from the plane, the aviation school. Gonna take a trip out. And so they are going to taxi down the runway and take off in our direction by the look of it. Finnair going over Helsinki to Manchester. And there's a second one going out from the flight school as well. They can't just be taxiing around the car park, can they? There, see them both. Taxiing away, just seeing if I can have a look. So, no flight information on flight radar at present, I'm afraid. Hoping that we can see something on the departures. No, nothing at all. Of course, with them being training school and I suppose considered private planes, they're not at liberty to share that information with us. I'd want to share it with everyone, wouldn't you? Look at me, I'm flying this plane. And so whether that will change, we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on the runway as a whole. And see if we get any further information there. So Mark says they went to Bombay, Perth, Sydney, then Auckland. Wow, bet that was a journey and a half, wasn't it? So, Telly, are those the information of the flights, or should I say planes that we've just seen coming in? Let me see if I can get that. So this should be EasyJet coming in from Belfast, says me. There it is. So scheduled to land at 9:10, but arriving 12 minutes early. And then, of course, we should have the flight school pilots coming as well. Hoping for a long taxi for us. No, they're not going to, are they? Sure, I can see them turning there. That's a shame. Thank you for all the likes this morning, by the way. It really, really helps the channel. Wondering where these flight school planes are now. depending on their ability, we might get a slightly longer taxi from these pilots. Depends how new they are, doesn't it? So Delta going over us, Tampa in Florida to Amsterdam. Also, we'll be passing over us is another Delta, Orlando to Amsterdam. And just over Knowsley and Prescott, also coming our way, is an EasyJet flight travelling between Glasgow and London. And so their flight time is about 40 minutes. That's not bad, is it? And coming the other way from Birmingham BHX to Belfast or EasyJet. Keeping an eye, Ryanair just over Holywell as you look at the map now. We're travelling between Dublin and London Stansted. Off for a lovely look at the sun. Now that's one gone. Heading over towards the Wirral. Still can't see that on flight radar, that plane. Could it be that my flight radar needs to be refreshed? Might be. Off into the sun. Nearly missed that one as well. looks like the ATR is pinging. Might be wrong though. So there is at 9:10 an EasyJet flight from the Isle of Man that's scheduled, but there doesn't seem to be any update on that. And so whether it will land at 9:10, in fact, I don't think it's actually departed. The scheduled departure was 8:30. But I don't think it's actually departed because it says actual departure not applicable on flight radar. So that one is not happening by the look of it. Departures. So the next one's 9:50 to Geneva. And then, of course, yeah, that one's a scheduled one as well at 10:20. Scheduled departure is 10 o'clock. Obviously, the hour time difference would leave it at the scheduled arrival time of 10:20. And so we have got a later departure scheduled 17 minutes past 12. Beach King Air 250 with call sign Moles. And a little Cessna Citation a bit later on as well, both scheduled. Whether they'll let it actually come off or not, we don't know. But yeah, if this arrival doesn't happen from the Isle of Man, then our next scheduled arrival is 10:20, and our next departure hopefully is the Aer Lingus at 10 past, and then the next one will be 10 to 10. Do you think they're police spotter planes? Alaman is pinging, thank you. It's just delayed. So it's difficult to kind of tell when you're here at the side of the airfield what's going on. I don't have my radio today. I keep meaning to program it into Liverpool and Chester, and quite gotten round to it yet. I do have Manchester. Chew. Oh, excuse me. So the planes that were owned by Raven Air, Telly tells me, are called Partenavia P688B, was that, Telly? 68B? 68B, sorry. I've got to walk across to my laptop. It's not quite as ergonomically friendly as it was yesterday at Manchester. And so with the microphone, oh, excuse me, yawn, sneeze it, what's going on? With the microphone placed where it is, I'm very aware that it's not an omnidirectional microphone, so if I walk away, you don't hear what I'm saying. And so one of the things on the shopping list is a better mic. And so we'll get there, won't we? We'll get there. The way I see it, there's always going to be things that I think we can do better, because that's how life is. We always want to do better and get better and stuff. And as much as it would be nice to have everything right away, I think if you take your journey, make your journey, I think you enjoy the ride a lot better when you get there, knowing the journey that you've come through to get there. And so, yeah, I guess there's a bit of philosophy in that. And I always say to people, you know what, don't mind anyone else, just do you. Aha! I see a plane. Can you see a plane? Probably not, the sun's in the way. It's going to taxi down out of sight and then take off, hopefully in our direction. Anything can happen. Oh, thank you so much, Tanya, for the $4.99 super chat. Very, very good of you, mate. Such an awesome supporter of the channel. Hello, I know those things about cars and extra. Hope you're well. Again, thank you so much, Tanya. Awesome supporter of the channel. Very, very bright, that sky. Is it bright where you are? Blimey. Sounds like another aircraft is whirring away in the background. Nice wave off a chap. Wave to him when he come in. Hello. I love an ATR as well, you know. They're nice, aren't they? And so if you've just tuned into us and you're thinking, blimey, what's going on? Where are you today? So because we've got an extra bonus stream today, we thought, you know what, let's go and have a look at Liverpool, see what's going on. Yeah, I've got some commercial airlines that come into this airport. You've also got a flight school right next to it as well. So you see smaller, lighter aircraft leaving. I can hear something. They're all there's like an apron. I'd say it was a car park, but it's not cars, is it? All these little planes parked up. Helicopters take off and land here as well. All from Raven Air Flight School. And so I think they do pleasure flights as well, to be truthful. So if you wanted to pay them X amount of money to give you a tour of Liverpool, the Wirral, I'm sure they would. And so a couple of air control towers here at Liverpool. I don't know if you've noticed at all. So you've got this one here on the airstrip. A very, very different shape to that one at Manchester, isn't it? And then you've got the old tower, I believe, which is just over there. So a couple of different towers. You noticed all the ones at Manchester, by the way. They've got 3, haven't they, at Manchester? Blimey, I don't know why my nose is running. Must be some pollen that I'm stood to that's irritating me today. Smaller aircraft has been moved out into the apron of the flight school. And so just out of sight, you might not be able to see it, to be truthful. You can see sort of the tail just there, the red, white and blue of the tail poking. And you can hear some vibrations of the engines. It looks like they're having a bit of a move around, to be honest. There's another one coming out as well. It's a shame we can't see a bit clearer, isn't it? Wouldn't mind shifting that porter cabin out the way so it gives us a better look. Ooh, that's a bit better. The sun's moved around a little bit more now, and so we're behind some what are they called? Stratocumulus clouds. You can see still very bright over there though, to be fair. Still very bright. Yeah, no, you probably can't. Still quite hazy over the back of me, isn't it? Still quite hazy. Cloud cover coming. EasyJet from Geneva expected at 9:50. And we've got a couple of planes due in at 10. Due to go out at 10. So we've got Ryanair to Barcelona and Jet2 to Lanzarote. And we've also got a 10 o'clock flight to Belfast from EasyJet as well. So I tell you what, we'll definitely stay until those have gone. So yeah, they're definitely having a move around in their yard. And so the arrival from the Isle of Man should have arrived at 9:10. But that now is expected to arrive at 9:33. That can't be the noise from that, surely. What's that going over? Oh, it is. It's Singapore. No, it's not. That's BA. That's more like it. I can hear a Singapore going right over us, and also a BA. Visibility is slightly improving, isn't it? Now the sun's moved. Yeah, it's a lot easier to see now. Windsock still looking quite settled, so that's all good. And Jet2, Nottingham to Tenerife. I love Singapore. I love Singapore. We'll see them Friday morning, Singapore. We'll get there. We'll go and have a look on Friday. Who knows? I might have an accomplice on Friday. See, the windsock in the distance is starting to look a little bit breezy. This one up here, not a bother, not a movement on this one up this side. Just nice and calm, just how we like it. Good morning, Dan H9623, who says, didn't realise Liverpool had a decent viewing spot. They have, they really have. This is Dungeon Lane, I think they call it. So if you go down Speak Boulevard and the one before the airport, take a left at the crossroads, follow that road straight down to the bottom and turn left, and then you come onto Hale Road. And so if you follow that past the meet and greet, and then there's another section which is airport, you can't get in it anyway, and then there's a turn into your right called Dungeon Lane. That's where I am today. Was it? GRVNA was the lawnmower taxiing out. Thanks, Telly. And so, yeah, it is a fairly decent spot. I'm really surprised they haven't put, some tarmac down, creating some decent parking spaces and put a charge for the parking on this. Because if it was at Manchester, that's exactly what they'd do. Because I think it could actually be airport land that we're on, although there's a perimeter fence. I think it's airport land that we're on. Unlike Quarry Bank, when we stand on the south side at Manchester, you've got a lot of choice at Manchester if you know the area, and I'm getting better. And so Quarry Bank is normally where we go, and there's spaces to park as long as you park sensibly. And then we go up on the mound there, don't we, normally? No worries at all, Dan, you're welcome. Get some absolutely cracking shots from here, to be honest. Is this the lawnmower you were talking about, Telly? He's got to go past at quite a speed as well. I won't quite do it. Sorry, folks. Not sure if that's me or a bit of the both. See if I can catch him again now he's past the sun. No, I think all I can see is whiteness. Yeah, no. Never mind. Just lift the camera up a bit so I don't get the chap walking his dogs. I know things about cars and extra. I know a few spots at LBA. Do you, mate? I wouldn't mind going and having a go at Leeds as well, to be honest. I keep meaning, to make some videos about how to get here and places. Um, I think actually, if you search just with, like Manchester, if you search Manchester South Side viewing area on Google Maps, I think it will actually take you, and I think it does to Liverpool as well. And so I knew the area anyway because a friend that I used to work with lives, or most certainly lived, on Western Avenue, which is the road I drive down before the main road for the airport. So I knew where I was going anyway. Very good. Nice to know that. Maybe we'll have a day trip, do you think, Tanya? Go and see if we can find some spotting at Leeds. Leeds is about 90 minutes from us. So it's just as easy to go to Leeds as it is to go to Birmingham. This is the Isle of Man flight. Still quite a distance from us. They are, just so that you can place them, they're coming over the River Mersey at present. So they're still quite far out. Getting bigger though. And so the lens I have on my camera will see for about 2 miles, we reckon. I can use this lens from Ellesmere Port Boat Museum, which is over in that direction, and I can pick out, and so we think that's about 2 miles across, maybe even a bit more. So I'd like one of those Sigma lenses. They're supposed to be very good, they are. We'll have a look. So yeah, in terms of viewing places, to be fair, it is very, very decent. And if the air traffic is flowing in the correct correct direction, I would say this has got to be one of the best viewing places in the country as well. You can get so close. You know, to say that you don't have to pay, you can just park your car up and just sit here for hours if you want. Nobody bothers you. Nobody bats an eyelid. They just leave you to it. Happy days. So which is my favourite UK airport? I mean, I can't. It's difficult to know, because I've flown out of Liverpool, I've flown out of Manchester, and I've flown out of Luton, but back into Gatwick. You remember when we went to Zurich years ago? Was it 2014, 2015, Tanya? And the only flights we could get, people were like, what are you doing that for? Because obviously, living in Chester, and you couldn't fly to Zurich from Manchester then. And so I got searched on the way out and the way in because they said Chester on my passport. And I was going out of one airport and back into another. And quite simply, it was the only way I could travel, because the days that I wanted to travel and the times that I wanted to come back, they didn't match up. So we ended up parking the car at Tanya's parents' house, and her dad took us to Luton, and then he picked us up from Gatwick because that was the only way we could do it. And so, but now, Zurich is a lovely place, by the way. Switzerland's a lovely place. Now you can fly from Manchester. I mean, you can go to Geneva from Liverpool. Blimey. I know one thing, the world is a much smaller place these days, isn't it? Because of air travel. Much smaller place. To think that you got a real window on the world, haven't you? The amount of routes that have opened up from Liverpool, with Jet2 coming here. Jet2 obviously have just been voted the best small airline in the world, and rightly so as well. I've flown with Jet2 a couple of times. Very, very good airline. And that's not knocking EasyJet. We flew with EasyJet in September. And also, do you know what? Even Ryanair and Aer Lingus, I've flown with those. They're good airlines as well. But yeah, in terms of the offer and what they do, Jet2 are very, very good at what they do, packaging things up and selling them on and so forth. They seem to have all their ducks in a row, shall we say. And so Peter, Zurich Airport, I remember landing there thinking, blimey, I haven't got enough money to land at this airport. There were works of art everywhere. There were Rolex clocks everywhere. Absolutely stunning marble floors, graphite floors in some places as well. It was absolutely stunning place. That's funny. Tanya says I'm accepting donations for my next holiday. Absolutely. I know one thing, what I want to do is I'd like to stream from abroad. And so at some stage in the future, I'd hope to do that. I don't think it's going to be this year, I'll be dead honest with you. But we might do in the near future. It's certainly something to aspire to do, isn't it? As the channel grows, you never know. It might take us to other places in the world. I'd certainly love it too. So just on 9:40 a.m. here in Liverpool and across the UK. He's out in his van having a look at the airfield again. And so we have got some departures very, very shortly. It's going to be at 10 o'clock, isn't it? So the next arrival is 10:20, 10:25 from Amsterdam. And the next departure is at 9:50. It's the one going to Geneva. And then you've got a spate, shall we say, for want of a better phrase. 10 o'clock departures for Barcelona, Lanzarote, Belfast, and Hurghada slightly later at 19 minutes past 11 now. And so, Hazel, I work in passenger transport. So I work on the buses. And so I'd love to work in aviation. And so, you never know. One day I might get to do what I want to do. Absolutely. Tanya says she's having a look at the sun because it's so uncommon to see in these parts. You're not kidding. Blimey. Like I said, it's been missing that long. I was going to call the police and report it. No worries, Telly. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for you, of course. And hopefully we'll see you again soon. Of course, we do live at different ends of the day, being on different sides of the world. And it's a real pleasure always to have your company, mate. So one thing I must do before I go anywhere is pay my Merseyflow fee, otherwise I'll be getting a fine. I have to do that before I leave, it's the rules. Can't go home without paying it. Not allowed. And so the thing is with that is, even if you have a genuine reason, there's nobody to contact to let them know. I made that mistake a couple of years ago. And I had to go to our head office in Liverpool from Chester. And I just suffered the loss of my dad. And I used the Merseyflow toll. And because I had so much going on, totally forgot about it. And ended up with a fine, £20 each way plus the fare. And then, of course, nobody to say, listen, I'm really sorry, I've just suffered a bereavement in the family. It completely slipped my mind. It's not something I do. And so, yeah, I advise you, if you come, especially over the Merseyflow or indeed the Runcorn Bridge, the Jubilee Bridge, make sure, because the Jubilee Bridge is now chargeable to Merseyflow as well, £2 in each direction. And what I would do is Google search Merseyflow, download the app, pay it before you travel. I didn't have to this morning because I already had one in through fear of having to pay another fine. But the good thing is they remind you when you have to pay as well if you've used your top up, whereas if you just go through Merseyflow, they don't. You have to pay it by, I think it's midnight the following day. Otherwise you get It's not a hefty fine, but it's a fine that I don't want to repeat. £20 each way. Sounds like they've got the bird scarers out. Here the rangers with their it's weird, they have like a really weird noise at Manchester, don't they? Whereas that just sounds like birds are screaming or something. And so yeah, I'd like to go to LA. I'd like to go to LA. There's a lot of places I'd like to go to, you know. Well, Peter, thanks for joining us. Have a nice afternoon and see you next time. Just on 9:47, so we're hopefully 3 minutes away or so. Although that EasyJet flight's not pinging yet either, so will it take off at 10? I guess we'll find out. I'm going to plug my power bank in for my phone. Need to charge this as well, by the way. I went to do this earlier on and then a plane took me by surprise. I don't know why, it is an airport. Could actually be flat this now, couldn't it? Yeah, possibly. I've already got that one. What I can do. There are ways and means. I don't want to completely lose access to my phone, so take it off there. Let's see if I can plug it in there for a bit just to boost it. The good thing about having a power station is that if your mobile phone battery runs out, as your power bank, you can boost it on that as well. There's loads of power in the power station just now. Just waiting patiently for the Geneva flight. And you'll be glad to know it's pinging and it's taxiing as well. Which is all good. They're just out of our line of sight at the moment. So it just needs a quick boost for 5 minutes or so. So Mark's doing a makeover on his bedroom. Sounds good. See the EasyJet flight to Geneva just coming into shot now. See it out a lot further now than we could, can't we? It is bright, but not as bright as it was. Not quite so long to wait now. We've got just 10 minutes for you know what? You're right. We should fly to Liverpool. Nice little airport, Liverpool. To be fair, I know where my mum's flown from Liverpool a few times because I've driven her here and picked her up as well. Breeze is starting to pick up now a little. I'm just going to zip me coat up. It's catching the back of my neck. Chilly neck. My head's all right. Got my cap on. But it's just catching the back of my neck where it's getting through. It's all good. I think what we'll do this morning, folks, is we'll watch these 10 o'clocks go and then we'll bring our stream to a close for today. A nice change, hasn't it? I think so. Nice change. Thanks for all the likes, by the way. Very much appreciated on today's stream. If you're brand new to the channel, then if you could, I'd be really, really appreciative of pressing the like button, please. It helps a small channel like ours so very much. Lets YouTube know that we're doing the right thing and providing you with some good content, and it also moves us up the ratings as well. And so if you like what you see, then also consider hitting the subscription button as well. and the notification bell, and that will, of course, let you know when we've got new content when we're live. And we also have a Discord server where we chat all hours of the day and night on there in between streams. Any ideas for future streams are going there as well. And so it really is the place to be to find out all the general gossip and news going on with the channel. You can find that information on our YouTube channel. Just go on to the more part, and that will give you all the links you know. And so if you've got a lovely still image that you'd like to send to us to be considered for a future thumbnail, then please do send it in. You can send it in the photo section of the Discord server. You can also email me at beckyslive@outlook.com. Details are on the YouTube channel, so please don't worry. You don't know how to spell something, or all the links are provided. You can also find us on other social media platforms as well. We're on Insta. We're on the platform formerly known as Twitter. It's now called X. Can we not just call it Twitter? And we're also on Tickler Talk. Of course, Becky's Live Aviation is the handle. Hello, Stingray. Good morning. And so it looks like Stingray is busy doing nothing this morning. Do you know what? That sounds like a fantastic Sunday, that does. I know what I'll do. The same thing I do every Sunday. I'll go home and have some breakfast and do some work on the channel. And so I'm very, very aware that I need a new show reel because it's still in our old name. I'm with Becky's Live Aviation now, so I need to work on that. Do with putting a few shorts and videos and stuff like that out as well. And I need to do some members only content as well. I've been thinking of a members only stream. That might tantalize your taste buds. So just on 10 o'clock across the UK, and at Liverpool Airport here, we are expecting flights from Ryanair, Jet2 and EasyJet to leave at 10 o'clock. Ryanair will be travelling to Barcelona. Expected departure is still 10 o'clock. Jet2 will be going to Lanzarote. Scheduled departure at 10 o'clock, estimated at 10 o'clock. EasyJet going to Belfast They've held the hand up, they've said, hang on, we're going to be 7 minutes past 10. And so if you're flying, or if you know anyone else that's flying, why not tell them to have a look, and we'll try and get them taking off. We quite often, especially when we're at Manchester, have people watching us saying, we're in the terminal, we're going here, which is nice. There's 67 likes on the stream today, folks. Thanks so much for that. Really, really good of you. Thanks so much for the support. Very, very appreciative for that. Hopefully Julie's okay. I've not seen all the messages. Hopefully she's just chilling. Nice big fat cup of tea and some breakfast. It's what you need when you've had a night on the lash. I know, sniff of the barman's apron, and I'm falling over these days. I don't tend to bother anymore. I'm one of these that goes and asks for an alcohol-free beer, please. Not wrong with that. Not wrong with that, pal. Are they pinging yet? Jet 2. So Jet 2 and Ryanair are both pinging. And so it looks very much like Ryanair will be our first to take their leave. See them just coming out of the apron and on to the runway. Much better view now the sun's moved round a bit. They are heading out over towards Rodjump and Hellsby, and then back over towards the Wirral. Before beginning their journey. They're over Stanlow now. Just going to zoom out so you can get an idea of how far away they are. And so that's where they are, over the other side of the Mersey and over Stanlow. Hello, Stingray. I'm sure Julie will be okay. She'll just be chilling out. Like I do. Sit there in my dressing gown and have me brew and chill out, and then Becky, do you want a Subway breakfast butty? That sounds blooming lovely. When you gonna order that? Thanks for joining us, Nige. Take care. See you soon. Hopefully we'll catch up on Tuesday or later in the week. Looks like Jet 2 are on their way out of the apron and on to the runway. Indeed they are. I'm going to put that in my pocket. Thinking about I'm going to put that in my pocket because I need that. Sorry, talking to myself. It helps, believe me, it blooming helps. Not sure, maybe soon, says Tanya. Okay, so for this morning, we are going to watch Jet 2 most definitely go. They are there now. Getting ready. Departure. 10 o'clock. So yeah, there's only the Belfast EasyJet plane now to go after Jet 2, and then I think we will bring the stream to an end for today. But you can catch us again Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday we'll be returning to Manchester on the south side. And so who knows, we might come back up here next Sunday, see what it's like. Let me know what you thought of the change of venue, and also let me know in terms of alternative places that we can go to on a Sunday as well. So bye for now, Nige. Take care and see you soon. Jet 2 and their lovely, stunning silver and red livery. It looks really well, this does, these colours. They make me smile. So that means it's just one more plane to go. Let's see what time they're going. So EasyJet to Belfast, 10:23. We'll hang on 10 minutes for you. We will make the last one, the next one, our last one though, unfortunately, for today. Thank you so much for the likes, by the way. Really appreciate it. Does not help our little channel to grow when you like our content and subscribe. Hopefully you've enjoyed your time with us this morning. It's been a very lovely change. Hello Jay, you okay? And so we went for an early start at Liverpool today, Jay. We normally start a little bit later in the afternoon at Manchester, and I had a look at the offering at Manchester today and decided that we would have a day trip. So it had been suggested on a couple of occasions to come and have a look at Liverpool, and so we have done that today. I enjoy streaming from Manchester, but there's so much competition there. And at Becky's Live Aviation, we just do our thing, don't we? We're not really in competition with anybody. We just do our thing and we just go about our business in the way we see fit. We've got a happy, healthy, fun community of people that join us on the streams, and I love that. And so one of the things that I wanted to do, we've passed so many milestones recently. It's been really, really great vibes at the channel. We've surpassed the most viewers concurrently on the stream, 732. We're very quickly approaching 1,700 subscribers, which is amazing. to when you consider we do this as a hobby. We do it because we love it. And so to have not only people that want to watch our content, but 1,700 or approaching that regularly view our content, it means the absolute world to us, and we're so grateful for that. And so I know we're quite rare in the fact that aviation channels are normally a male dominated environment, but there are some girls kicking around. You have got me, you have got Evie Aviation as well. And so we're just trying to create our own space and find our way to doing what we love doing. And we're so very grateful for the people that join us along our journey. And so, yes, the ultimate dream would be to one day give up the day job and do it for a living. Because it would never be like work. Imagine being able to go plane spotting every single day. Blimey. And so it's all about creating a community of like-minded people who get on and have a laugh and a giggle, and we watch planes. It's that simple. And we've got a lovely community from all across the world, from New Zealand, from India, from Thailand, from America. From Europe, from the UK, from Ireland, and everywhere in between. Turning the other way this time. Can't go any further. Stuck. And so, yeah, we just do what we do, and we hope you enjoy the content that we put out for you. And so, absolutely, I echo that sentiment Tanya's just said in the chat. If we're ever at any airports, and you can normally tell me because I've got a cap on, it says Becky's Live Aviation on my cap. If you see me at an airport, please don't quietly walk past and think that you're in the way, because you're never in the way. Please come over and say hi. We really like to meet people that view our channel, and we like to make new friends as well. And so we aim to create a space for everyone, all ages. And so, unfortunately, we reached that point in the stream where we have to say tally-ho for now. But I've got an early finish on Tuesday, and I expect fully to make the most of it. And so I will hopefully be able to update and let you know what time to join us on Tuesday. I'm hoping for around 3 o'clock, 3:30 for a couple of hours. And so until then, thank you so much for all the likes, all the views, all the subscriptions, all the notification bell ticked, all the lurking, all the working and lurking, all the liking, all the modding, all the super modding, all the super chats, and thank you for just being here and joining our community. Every single one of our community members is appreciated and we're totally grateful for. Until next time, take care, and I will see you very, very soon. Hopefully Tuesday in the afternoon. I'll let you know as soon as I can. Until then, guys, from Liverpool Airport, from a sunny Liverpool Airport, blimey, I bid you a fond farewell. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, whatever it is you're going to be getting up to. And I will see you very, very soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.